Right guys, so we're back in the studio today working on the VW Caddy here, top car detailing. As I said, this is our works van. It does a lot of motorway mileage as well and gets about quite a bit. So sometimes they have to travel to different places, etc. So that's why we're getting the brakes and the brake pads done at the moment. Plus also what we'll be doing too is painting the calipers as well. So if you'd like to see some more insights on this, please follow the video. I'll just add a quick shot here, a couple of pictures in beforehand, before it starts, showing you the finished results. But stay tuned and I'll show you the process of removing the calipers, stripping them down, putting the brake pads in and the new discs on as well, and some of the tools that you will need to if you're doing this type of operation on the vehicle. So stay tuned with me and I'll catch up with you shortly. Set the spacer off here. As you can see, there's a screw in there as well that actually holds the full disc assembly on. So we want to make sure that we can get this undone here. So I'm going to show you the tool now, what we're going to use to do that. So we have an impact driver here with a Phillips head, because that's the Phillips screw that we've got in there. Just put this in here. Give it a couple of hits. Hopefully it's starting to turn. There you go, that's coming undone. See what I mean? Sometimes you can't get these out. Very difficult sometimes, so if it's stuck, I'd advise putting some WD-40 on there, leaving it for a while and seeing if that'll loosen it up. But obviously it's come loose, that, so that's a good sign. So we'll leave that there for now. Then we're going to concentrate on stripping the caliper down, getting all these bits off, and then we can turn this round now and see what's going on at the back. What you need here is a 7mm spline socket. As you can see, goes on that. That's the top one that I've taken out in a minute. Second one out. Set that off there. Off that front bit, you see, that comes off like that. The cylinder there, if you can see it, and that just slots in like that. But we're going to be replacing these pads anyway, so I'm going to put that on top of there for now, out the way. Get this other one off there. These were put on a few years ago now, but as you can see, the discs have perished quite a lot. There's a bad lip on here as well, so we're going to remove these. Now, to get this bracket off here, there's 2 bolts at the back and it's 21mm. So I should imagine these will be a bit tight. Yeah. They use the bigger bar here. Bloody hell. That's tight. Same at the bottom as well. That one there. See it coming loose now. That's that part off now, as you can see, and we'll clean all this up shortly, and then we're going to paint them as well. We'll paint those red. So now it's time to get this disc off. I'll show you what we're going to do next. There's the that's the screw that was holding that in from before. So we're going to get this sorted as well. This also gives us a chance to inspect the back plate here and everything else around this area. This part of the caliper of the vehicle, as I say, once that goes back on, goes like that. These are 19mm bolts go in the back there. Obviously hell of a job getting these off because of the time they've been on, and what a mess. So as you can see, the discs and that, the lip on these too, so these are going to get changed as well. So that's I'm going to soak these overnight, then tomorrow I'm going to give them a really good scrubbing, cleaning up, and then we're going to be painting them red, and then that's another job out the way with, and then the next thing is building everything back up and putting the new discs on. As you can see, all the corrosion there and everything, same at the back. These have probably been on for donkey's years as well. So when you are changing the brake pads, obviously, as we can see here, set this out. You can see the piston here, how far it's come forward as the brake pads were down. So we have a tool like this. I can see if we can put a description in the link below. Then what we do, put that in there, like that. Turn that so that is just in the centre there, and the flange, as you can see. And we turn this handle here. Make sure it's lined up proper. Then we'll turn this to push the piston back in. So it's right in, see what I mean now, right near the seal. That's far back as it'll go. Then back this off a bit and screw that. Take that out. And there we go. What I'll be doing too, these calipers as well, because we've not taken them off completely, we're going to have to touch up the paint a bit later. What I'm going to do is use an impact driver on that shortly, just to give it a little tap so it's gone home, so that's not going to move afterwards. Right, so fitted the disc now. Obviously got this done, sorted out. I've also cleaned these up the best I can. As I say, these have been probably on for a long time. 15 years old, this van. We've got 21mm bolts at the back there. So I need to get this on. I've painted these bits here and I've left the rest at the moment because we don't want to be getting paint on particular areas where the brake pads are going to be going on. I'll get this bar now, tighten this up, and then we're done on that side of things. The brake pad fitted in. Remember before, I wound this piston straight back, so there should be enough clearance in there once we put in the caliper back on. Also, we have these are 7mm hexagonal key that you need for these as well. They go in the back there. Once we line the caliper up, and then we just put that back on then, and everything should just slide into place. So we've got that in place now there. Then we just need to put that in. See what I mean? Easy slides in and out there, no obstruction whatsoever. So that's in place, so we'll put that there. Then we can flip the caliper now, and then we'll back on. That. Rubber caps as well, they go in the back, stop contamination getting in there as well. That's that. Right, so that's all set up now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to repaint these calipers with a hand brush now, tidy them up a bit, then that's out the way with. As I say, all the discs are brand new on the vehicle as well. Sorted all that out, just aesthetically gives it a bit more of a fresher look as well. Right guys, so I've got all the new brake discs on and pads now, and all the calipers painted, so that's another job done and boxed off now, out of the way with on the VW Caddy. So what I did use on this as well is 19mm sockets, 17mm here, 5/8 spanner what I needed, 18mm, 10mm and 13mm spanners for the nuts and bolts as well, what went on here. Also a bar, a breaker bar here with a 21mm socket on as well, and that was for getting these bolts undone at the rear of the calipers there as well. For taking them off completely. Or 7mm spline tool here, extended as you can see, for removing the two main slider bolts that go in the back, so we can actually take this part of the caliper off completely and get in there and then remove the pads. So there's a few bits and pieces there what I used for taking all these bits and pieces off and doing the job proper and correct in the correct manner. But now it's all done, so what we're going to do now is lower the van back down, get the wheels back on, and then that's boxed off. As I say, this is just a brushable paint that you can actually use for calipers as well. Some people do have them taken off, sandblasted basically, and painted at a body shop, something like that. But that's the way I've done it anyway. Just my preference, because you're never going to maybe see them realistically. They're just behind the wheel, but it just tidies it up a bit. Also fitted the new discs as well. They're all done now, and new pads too. As I say, I do a lot of mileage sometimes on this job, and I do travel about to a couple of collections up and down the UK, so the van's got to be bob on basically once you're doing that type of mileage. Same with the rear discs as well. Changed these two. That's all done and dusted now, out the way with, and painted the calipers and new pads in there as well. As well, this brings the wheels out in line with the wheel arch. Obviously they're not going to touch in there, but they're just going to bring them out right at the edge here, so it gives the aesthetics and the better look on the vehicle once on the road. Thanks once again for watching that short video on me changing the brake discs and pads and painting the calipers here on our works van, the VW Caddy. And say it does quite a bit of mileage this as well, so we have to have that absolutely spot on. Also, I haven't been on the channel for a bit, as you would have noticed, so I'm back now. If you'd like to find out more about what we're doing here at Top Car Detailing, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, and you'll be notified once our next video goes live. Anyway, I'm going to have to go now, and I'll catch up with you shortly. Until next time, catch you later.